Good morning. This morning, we're talking about why you feel like no matter what you try or is going on, that you just constantly feel like you're going around on that treadmill and it just keeps spinning and you can't get off. If you're feeling like that, then today you are in the right place because a business should not feel heavy and it should be an enjoyable journey the majority of the time. It's not going to be rainbows and unicorns every single day, but you should enjoy the process. Otherwise, why else are you here? So, hey there, I'm Salen. I am your fun business coach, and I help six-figure women entrepreneurs who want to scale to $1 million. Why a million? Well, because here's the thing. $1 million is where true freedom, fulfillment, and impact come together. If you've kind of been feeling like you were sold a lie that a six-figure business was going to allow you to live your most epic dream life ever, and you're like, yeah, it's not, I need to be at $1 million, then you are definitely in the right place. So here's the thing. There's no secret to hitting $1 million in business. All it comes down to is 4 core pillars. When you integrate these 4 core pillars into your business is then ready to scale to $1 million. These are the same 4 core pillars that businesses like Amazon, Apple, Airbnb, they all have in place. And your business needs to have them in place too. So you can get off that treadmill and get rid of those feelings of overwhelm and overwork and feeling those signs of early burnout and really start enjoying the journey and finally get paid what you deserve. So today we're talking about why your business feels heavy and how to lighten the load in 90 days. So here's the thing. Most of the women that I work with, and I was guilty of this myself, is we have been programmed by society, our parents, social media, that if we work hard, then we will be successful. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think, have you ever made something, baked something, right? And you worked hard to have it come out good, or maybe you designed a craft or something like that. And at the end, it didn't come out as expected. You worked hard on it, but it didn't come out as successful as you thought. That's exactly what happens in business. You are not going to be guaranteed success just by working hard. That is no guarantee. Think about it. If everyone who worked hard was guaranteed success, then everyone would be successful. And we know that's not true. And we know that's not true because only 2% of women entrepreneurs hit $1 million in revenue. 50% of businesses do not make it to year 5. They close. Those people, I'm sure, worked hard. So I want to give you a little bit of an analogy here to help you understand business. So when we go into business, right, we're not here and we're like, you know what, I'm going to give my blood, sweat, and tears. I'm going to give up my nights, my early mornings, my weekends. I'm going to trash my relationships. I'm going to miss out on family moments for all of these years to then be like, oh, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore and throw in the towel. No, we go into business because we think that this is going to be the long-term solution for that epic dream life that we want to build, right? Whether you want more time, more money, more financial freedom, more flexibility, you want to make more impact, whatever it is. But we go into business with a long-term plan in our head. We never think that we're gonna quit. We might have some thoughts in the back of our head like, maybe this won't work out, but we're not quitting before we even start, or at least you shouldn't be. So business is like a marathon, right? When you're running a marathon, you're not going to sprint at full speed the entire way because you're not going to make it if you do, right? When I was in high school, I ran track, and there was the long distance runners and then there was a sprinter. I was a sprinter. I was like, okay, I can see the end. I'm going to sprint over there and then I'm done, right? Short, short, short. But my friends were long distance runners. They would take off for hours and go running. And I was like, wow, right? Talk about two schools of thought. They paced themselves, where I went all the way, balls to the wall, like fast forward as fast as I could for a very short 50-yard distance, right? This is exactly like business. Business is the long-term pacing yourself, right? So maybe you're going to be in business 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, right? You cannot sprint in business for 30 years. You will burn out. So if you're feeling signs of anxiety, depression, overwhelm, maybe you've possibly gained some weight because you're not taking care of yourself. You're waking up in the middle of the night with thoughts of, did I send that email? You're having trouble even going to sleep, right? All of those different kinds of things. It's probably because you are in a sprint cycle. Now, I'm not saying during your marathon that there aren't going to be times where you're going to sprint. There definitely are going to be, right? Like, let's say you're getting ready to launch a new product, or your busiest season is like that holiday season, from like Black Friday to Christmas kind of deal. There are times in your business where you're going to sprint, but they need to be short bursts of energy and not long term. When I started my first business in 2007, I literally sprinted from the moment I opened my office door and turned on the lights for the next 3 years. I worked 80-hour weeks. This is why 3 years in, I was so ready to hang up the for sale sign. And it was all because I was completely exhausted. I had been sprinting for 3 years and I was totally burned out. This is not a long-term strategy. And when I realized that, that's when I realized that I was running the race the wrong way. And so here's some signs that you might be in a sprint style in your business. So the first one that I see a lot of high achievers, driven, ambitious women entrepreneurs is you keep signing up for sprint style programs, right? So it's like, let's go live on social media for 30 days straight, right? Let's, DM 100 people for, 30 days straight or 10 days straight or whatever it is. Like, you sign up for these sprint style programs, hoping that it's going to be the answer to whatever problem you're facing in your business. And you're hoping that consistency keeps you on track. The second thing that I see is that you've been sprinting so long that you crash into burnout and you take a break just long enough, and then your brain starts feeling guilty, and then you get back and you dive back into another sprint, right? This is not what we want to do, but I'm seeing this all the time. And then the third thing, which I think is probably the most popular right now, is you bounce from strategy to strategy to strategy, looking for that magic solution, that magic secret, hack, tip, trick, right? All of those different kinds of things, because everything you've tried so far hasn't worked. And you're stuck in overwhelm because of this, because you have so many moving pieces out there. You've invested in programs and classes and coaches, and you go to so many networking events and you do all of the things and you're part of all of these different groups, and it's just gotten to be so much. Shiny object syndrome is real. And so here's the thing. It's not your fault, because there are nowadays on social media tons and tons and tons, hundreds, thousands, millions of gurus out there telling you, this is the answer, this is the answer, this is the answer. It's not your fault. You've been fed a lie that if you just work a little bit harder and longer, success will come. And here's the thing, more is not better. What I actually teach my clients inside my unique blueprint, the legacy business system, is simplicity is what is going to set you free, right? Simplicity. We take all of the moving parts that you have going on, we get a clear big picture of them, and then what we do is we focus on what is actually going to move the needle in your business. And we're like, let's start with this one thing and let's go fix that, crush it, implement it, integrate it, whatever needs to be done. And then we go to the next thing. Simplicity is going to truly set you free, right? And you have simplicity in your business because then you can work at a sustainable pace. And when you work at a sustainable pace, you find success. All those S's there, right? With Salen, I should add that in. So here's the thing. It's not hustle. It's not burnout. It's not chaos. It's all about simplicity, sustainability, and then success, right? We don't need every bell and whistle software out there. We don't need every program out there. You don't have to do it like everyone else, right? I truly, truly believe that I'm a unicorn and so are you. We all are special in our unique way, and it doesn't matter whether you're the 4th photographer in the group that gets up to speak, the 10th real estate agent that's at this event, right? That's networking with everyone. The 20th insurance agent that just introduced herself at a meeting. It does not matter. No one's going to do things like you do. And that's what makes you unique. And when you build a business from who you truly are, and you stop chasing all of those shiny objects and you focus on simplicity so you can run that sustainable pace, then you will find success. And that's exactly what we do in my signature program, the Legacy Business School. The first pillar is structure. We get super clear on what you want. Don't tell me you want more time and money. I challenged someone on this yesterday. She's like, I would like more time and money. And I'm like, that's great. So would I. I want you to tell me how much time and what you're going to do with your time. I want to know how much money, and you're going to give me a specific number, not I want, this number. And I want you to tell me what you're going to do with that money. Because when you have very, very, very clear goals, they're much more attainable because we know how to reverse engineer, make them happen. Does this make sense? Tell me in the comments if this makes sense. Be like, heck yeah, that's what I need. So if you're feeling super heavy in business right now, you're feeling like nothing has worked, you have all of these moving pieces, courses, programs, softwares, technology, all of these different things. And you are like, yes, I need simplicity so I can get through the weeds and start seeing the beauty of my business. Then I want you to book a complimentary scale strategy session. What I did with someone yesterday on a call was exactly what we're talking about in this conversation. She said she had her biggest frustration was she wasn't at the level that she wanted to be at. And I was like, okay, what is that level? And she was like, well, like the next level. And I was like, no, we need to know what that level is. When we clearly know what that level is, then we can reverse engineer a plan to get there. And so that's what I'm helping her do. And that's what I help women do on their scale strategy session calls. So comment scale below. I'll send you a link. We can get on my calendar, get together for a Zoom session, and we can really look at where you want to be, where you are now, and how you can get there simply in a sustainable pace. And then you'll have a plan. You'll know what to do. You won't feel like you're juggling a million things. Does this make sense? Okay. So I hope that you found this beneficial today. As always, sharing is caring. If you found value in this video, please share it with someone else. But I want you to really think this week, what do you want? Don't write down time and money. I want you to write down, I want to work 2 hours a day, and it's going to be between these 2 hours. I want X amount of dollars in my business so I can spend it on XYZ. We need clarity. You are so foggy right now, so murky, so gray. And that is why you're struggling. Once we get you that clarity, then we can simplify a plan, make it sustainable so you can do it for the long term, and then you can scale to whatever level of success it is that you want in your business. That's what I help women do. We put that plan in place over 90 days. Those 4 core pillars are based all around that plan. And then you know exactly what to do. You can go to 1 million, you can go to 10 million, you can go to 100 million. It does not matter. As I said, every single successful business like Amazon, Apple, Airbnb have those 4 core pillars, and your business needs them too. And I have not met one woman so far on a scale strategy session that has them in place. And so if you're like, okay, I think I need those, comment scale, let's get on a call, and we will help you get your plan in place. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Let's see. Next week, I will be back here with you, and I look forward to chatting with you then. Have a great day, everyone.